Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and thank you for joining me for Morning Sip, although I have to say, Mysidia might be disappointed since I've already drank all my coffee. Today, we're just going to talk, if you don't know what Morning Sip is, about what's going on with me and what I'm excited for, and this week, that's going to be Endwalker. Let's go ahead and dig in. Now, there are a lot of you guys who might not know that I actually play Final Fantasy XIV. I have made it a point over the last year and a half, 2 years of doing this, not to really stream Final Fantasy XIV in any capacity, not to kind of invite people to join our guild that Giant and I have on Final Fantasy XIV, just because for me, Final Fantasy XIV has been kind of the my space type of area where I can go, I can relax, I don't have to worry about, people constantly watching me or judging me or saying that I'm gonna make a mistake about something that I enjoy, right? It's a place that I go in order to let myself be me. I have friends on Final Fantasy XIV. I have a raid static on Final Fantasy XIV that we run, things together. My raid static has been with me since before I even became a content creator, and they've been able to be with me. Certain members of my Discord, in particular, Stephanie, as you guys probably all know, is actually the founder of my Discord, and she's actually the one to this day who still manages it. And a lot of what I've done, has been kind of my base of operations, and my relaxing time has been spent in Final Fantasy XIV. So for me, for Endwalker coming out, this is a really big deal coming up this week. And the last time a big Final Fantasy XIV expansion came out, it was Shadowbringers. And I would argue that Shadowbringers was probably the best Final Fantasy to release in the last 10 years. I definitely didn't have that type of a love affair with Stormblood. I almost had that with Heaven's Ward, but Shadowbringers was the first Final Fantasy in a long time that really gave me chills down to my core and really solidified why I love this game and this community and Final Fantasy in general. So I am hyped for Endwalker. I know there's a lot of my viewers who are hyped for Endwalker. When Shadowbringers first came out, I basically took a week off of work is what we did, and Giant and I played it together. It was the first Final Fantasy that Giant and I ever played together and ever cleared together. Since then, we played Final Fantasy VII Remake together, and this time we're going to be going our separate ways with Endwalker. I've decided that I kind of want to stream my Endwalker experience. I find it was a tough wrestle to really decide whether or not I should stream Endwalker or not stream Endwalker, particularly because for such a long time it has been that, like, Final Fantasy XIV has been that safe place for me where I can retreat into my introvert self and pretty much ignore the rest of the world if I wanted to. There have been times where I've streamed it and, it was a good experience. I mostly did crafting and gathering, but this will be my first time besides Final Fantasy VII Remake where I am going to be streaming a Final Fantasy that means something to me in terms of deeply resonating with my core. I am really excited about that. I know that there probably won't be that many viewers. I know a lot of people out there want to experience this for themselves, right? There's a lot of people out there who want to go and experience a new game when it comes out. They don't want to be spoiled. They're scared of this type of stuff, and I get that completely. That was a huge fear of mine, was getting spoiled if I do stream it. But after talking to Dejin, for those of you that are familiar with him, and kind of talking about what he was going to do for streaming it, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and stream it and stay ahead of the curve. I think we're going to try and push our way through the story, enjoy the story, but also stream the story. For those that, want to come in and share a little bit of it with me, for those that want to talk to me, you are more than welcome to come in. I am likely not going to make a lot of videos over the course of the next week. That doesn't mean you can't come on Discord and message me. That doesn't mean you can't hop into my Endwalker stream and ask me questions, although if it's in the middle of a story cutscene, I might not be answering those. But there's a lot of things going on over the course of the next week that my priorities are not necessarily going to be on creating War of the Visions content. And if there's anything I've learned, you know, that's okay. I've learned, you know, that it's okay to take a break from content creation. It's okay to enjoy things in your life that, you know, you get enjoyment out of. And this is one of those things where, you know, this is going to be a big thing in my life. It's going to be a big thing in Giant's life. And it sounds weird to say that a video game expansion is going to be a big thing in your life, but I think, you know, this is really Giant's first Final Fantasy. For me, this is basically an end of an era. And there's also some really exciting tie-ins happening, particularly in regards to Final Fantasy XI. We've seen a lot of the emptiness creatures in the trailers for Final Fantasy XIV. And if you don't know what that is, or you're wondering what that is, don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything for you. But all the Final Fantasy XI players out there know exactly what I'm talking about. They're thinking about the Void, they're thinking about emptiness, they're thinking about Promethean, particularly as we're entering into a chapter of the game where it may not necessarily be light versus darkness, but potentially, you know, light and darkness versus emptiness. So it'll be really interesting to see the direction the story goes. I'm excited for it. And I'm just excited to have a different experience on stream with you guys. I've been enjoying playing the Pixel Remaster on stream, and you know, we don't get a lot of viewers, and that's okay, because it's something I enjoy doing, and I know it's something that, you know, not everybody is going to watch me, but the people who watch me may have either a special connection to the game or, you know, a special connection to a Final Fantasy that really resonates with them that we're playing. So it's one of those things that I'm not too worried about it. And we're going to be taking kind of a casual week going forward with Endwalker. And, you know, I would encourage all of you guys to do the same. If there's anything else going on, I mean, we're going to be out buying snacks for sure. If you guys are probably watching this Thursday morning, which means that, you know, for the rest of the day Thursday, I am probably building the chair that's coming in for myself. Giant is probably shopping for snacks so that we don't have to leave the house for a week. And we're probably cleaning the house and doing laundry so that we literally don't have to do anything until all of this is kind of over. That's kind of the way we did it with, you know, with Shadowbringers, and I'm expecting that's going to be absolutely the way that we're going to do it with Endwalker as well. Now, I am planning on doing a countdown to Endwalker stream later tonight, and I hope to see a lot of you guys there. There will be no spoilers, so we can all hang out as well. I am a little worried about the server capacity for Final Fantasy XIV, because for those of you that are familiar with the servers and the server issues in the past, I'm hoping there's not going to be a Raban EX. I'm hoping the servers aren't going to go down. We're going to kind of have to wait and see what's happening here, because, you know, they said they can't add more servers, and, you know, they only have the servers they have, and now we have all these WoW refugees in Final Fantasy XIV. So it's going to be a heck of a ride, and I have a feeling, you know, we might do the countdown to expansion launch stream later tonight. I have a feeling, though, I might not be able to make it into the actual game, depending on what the server situation is. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all are enjoying a great Thursday morning, and I will talk to you guys next time.